Yeah.
And we're back on this beautiful Wednesday morning, day two of Intercall 2024. Yeah, and I know there's a lot of excitement. Where are you, Shante? In a vehicle in San David? What are you doing in San David this time of the morning? Nikisha, good morning. Morning, Shante. Listen, do what you got to do, and you can go about your business about your vehicle in San David at this time of the morning, knowing you've got stuff to do. I really need to start associating myself with new people who understand the importance of what we do. Not like those who are just busy gallivanting all over the place, never ran a race in their lives, in their entire existence, going, attending primary, kindergarten, or secondary school, college, or whatever. But they're all up in every life, and they're sporting enthusiasts and never did anything for sport. I don't get it, but hey, who am I? Anywho's, good morning, Christelle. Good morning, Amanda. Jacqueline, good morning to you. Well, I'm see you securing your position, your space as of next week. Okay, I appreciate you. Good morning, Della. Della, you're not like them, right? Yeah, you're loyal. Some of them don't understand the meaning of loyalty if it smacks them in their face. It's all right. I'm accustomed. Good morning, Lisa. Too much excitement. You don't eat your lunch already. Tessa Ann, Toronto is locked on. Good morning, Ingrid. Good morning, Andrea. How are you? Good morning, Christelle. Good morning, Christine. Hermelin, good morning. Good morning, Keziah. How are you? Good morning, Simone. Sonia, no need to call. Look there. One of them identifying themselves. One out of the three has just identified herself. No name, no warrant. I don't even need to call name. They come out by themselves. Morning, Nadine. How are you today? Curfta, there's no ladies' room during Curfta is on the weekend, Jacqueline. Curfta is the Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So how will there be any Curfta, any ladies' room? Terrence Wells, I appreciate you. Good morning. Good morning, Nawasa Sass. Good morning, St. Joseph Convent, St. Andrew, and whoever else. Freda, good morning. Good morning, Nadine. Kendra, good morning. Marianne, good morning. And if you're viewing online, you're viewing on YouTube or listening online, good morning, 95.1, 95.3 listeners. Kerwin Shaw, good morning. First time seeing you, but welcome to the room. Nice of you to join us. Who else? Sonia, you school and doing bad? Sonia, Boca, you used to go to school? Sonia? Look, Boca raising people nose. Rashiba Joseph, good morning. Um, Boca and what's Pepsi school name? Bobby Ramish. Good morning from St. Andrew. Going back where I'm from. Yeah, I said no loyalty. You live in St. George's day after day, 364, and all of a sudden you're back in Grenville. You're gonna do like what them Grenville people say about me. You're gonna need visas soon to go. Bobby, you good? Like you're behaving yourself these days. That's good. Anyways, there's about three things on the itinerary. First, let me update you guys in case you missed it. Hold on, let me just open this. Yeah, Boca and Pepsi School, Happy Hill. Happy Hill did well in the March Pass, but that's a lot. That's we're gonna close off with that. Let me just give you all what's some updates first, and then we'll jump back in the intercall fever. Levon Date, the young man who basically had everybody on their pins and needles and toes and fingers, hearing that he escaped police custody and was armed and dangerous. Um, Alias Magic of Griffin Lane St. Andrew, who escaped police custody on February 21st. So imagine, man, almost make a month, almost, has been recaptured by members of the RGPF this morning about 1:40 a.m. What Levon doing up 1:40 a.m.? You can't sleep, right? You're restless. During a sting operation that commenced in St. David and ended in St. Andrew, Mr. Date, who was found with injuries, was taken to the general hospital for medical attention and was admitted as a patient. I hope y'all having on the 24-hour watch and don't even take all your eyes off of him. You're gonna pee, y'all standing inside there with him. Don't even take your eyes off of him. But that's not the part that bothers me. The part that bothers me is Mr. Joel Joseph, 36 years of a farmer of Tuileries or Tillery St. Andrew, was found in the company of Mr. Date, was arrested and will be charged for harboring a criminal. Joel, so that had no sense. You understand the charges that your friend Mr. Date had against him and had everybody looking for him. And instead of you running, go to the police to collect the $5,000 for his apprehension or knowledge about his whereabouts, you're in his company. Joel doesn't think for yourself. 36 years old, big man like you, found in the company of Mr. Date. Anywho's, thank you so much to the RGPF, and they'd like to express their profound gratitude to the general public and the media for the efforts in assisting the RGPF in recapturing Mr. Date. And a special thanks must be given, they say, to the men and women of the RGPF who have mounted numerous operations day and night towards this effort. And they're committed to maintaining the peace and tranquility of our nation. Just so you could have get that $5,000. Friend was real bring all you going, Now look, he bringing you going jail with him. The things that we need to talk about, we're always in people's business. We're always busy to bring news. Are you busy to bring that news? You're loyal to somebody who escaped police custody. And not just for maybe a little robbery or a little scuffle. Do you understand the charges that was laid against Mr. Date? What he was in police custody for? And here you are, right alongside him, because y'all don't understand the meaning of common sense and knowing when to do the right thing. Anyways, who is the new listener? Jacqueline? Where you come out of this? I ain't ready for you on that. Where you come out of this? Take your time. Who is it, Jackie? Who is the new listener? We have who? Welcome, Janique Myers, new listener. Enjoy, thanks. Good morning. Is that how you pronounce your name, Janique? I hope I got it right. All right. Well, welcome to the room. Hope you enjoy your stay. Ann Thomas, how am I doing? I'm doing well, thank you so much. Better now, because I'm not gonna lie, Mr. Magic had me, taking some serious safety measures, because so that's that. And then on a more serious note, of course, they're both serious. Carriacou resident has been charged with non-capital murder. He is presently remanded. Mr. John Kendall Alexis, 30 years, self-employed of Lauriston, Carriacou, was charged with non-capital murder for intentionally causing the death of Esther Patterson, 14 years old, student of the same address, by unlawful harm. And he appeared at the St. George's Magistrates Court yesterday and was remanded to His Majesty's prison. And he's scheduled to make his next court appearance at Carriacou Magistrate Court on April 16th. Why John run? Why John try to get away? And the police, in their quest to stop him, pump something in him that immediately stops him in his track. When y'all have to try to get away, all they're trying, you that's supposed to escape, try and escape. Because I'm sure you'll not be protected and hiding you like Mr. Magic. And folks, yes, I know we're in the intercol spirit and all of that, but please, let's not make this die. Let's continue to keep her name alive so that justice can be served. And of course, we can send a clear message to other perpetrators or others who may have the same intent or who are doing likewise to check themselves immediately. And you know what hurt me yesterday? Yesterday we had a lengthy press conference by the Prime Minister and members of the RGPF, the high ranking officials of the RGPF. And I literally put everything on pause to listen to it, and also I bought the entire press conference, of course, with him speaking live. And I recorded a bit because I was waiting to hear something, because I was going to be, listen, the way I was anxious, I'm like, if the PM comes here and not speak on what transpired with Esther, I am going to be so disappointed. And he spoke on it, and I recorded and posted it. And I'm listening to him, and I sensed the empathy, like I said yesterday. I felt the passion, the compassion in his voice. And I posted it. And lo and behold, a couple political jumbies, monkeys had to jump in. I've never seen them before in any of my posts, but a couple of them had to jump in. And it seems as though we've gotten accustomed to somebody being loud and uncouth or animated means they're serious. And if you listened yesterday and did not hear the concern and the compassion in the PM's voice, something is seriously wrong with you, because he didn't just speak as the Prime Minister of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. He spoke as a parent. He has children himself. And in that message, it was a clarion call for everybody, because it's not something, like he said, most of the time the police gets involved when the deed is already done. When the harm is already done, that's the stage the police gets involved. And I had to go back and check and make sure the persons who were commenting, they were actually who they were. And it really, really bled my heart that sometimes we don't know when to separate politics from the reality of a situation and not be able to see things outside of the political lenses. Like every single thing, some of you have to put it on. And talking about shoe on other foot and who was there, I do not give two rats tail who was before, behind. I am concerned about what's happening now. I am concerned about the now. And like the PM said, this is something where everybody, from police, teacher, parent, everybody, just about everybody you can think about, we have to play our part. If you know something, say something. You're in communities and you're aware of situations like that happening, say something. But to have someone saying, that what he said was weak and soft, like he was supposed to get up and jump and to make his point, not understanding outside of politics, that is the gentleman's demeanor. And you don't have to be loud and crass to get your message across. You don't have to be loud to get your message across. You can do that by being soft-spoken but firm. And I felt and I saw that, and that is what I was looking for. The man's voice even crackled when he said it. And here we are talking about, oh, he is hold on, let me see what he said. He needs to talk less and do more. And if the shoe was on the other foot, we wouldn't hear the end of it. People would ask for his head. He should be out looking for escape. He should be on the ground looking for the escaped prisoners. I think I don't want to believe that you were actually being, looking back, you probably were being sarcastic. I don't want to believe that somebody that I thought was, there's no way that you actually meant. Anyway, then another one joined. and was saying what he said did not make any sense. And I'm not surprised because when I went to check, it's like these are people who politics is the order of the day. They eat, sleep, doesn't matter if something is right in front of them, they're gonna see it in a political lens. Asking what is he saying? And I'm not sure how much clearer he should be or could be, but I thought he was very clear in asking each and every one of us to play a part. And it's not just the job of the police, but everybody. And the responsibility of parents to protect their children, to be responsible for their children. Because after all, these children aren't going out and bringing men in the house. You, as the mother or father, bringing men into your house, not knowing who, what, where, when, why, but you bring them amongst your small children, not even sure of their motives. Y'all talk today, next week, man move into your house. So it's the PM's responsibility now to go into each and every home and see who's there, or speak to every child, or be a father to every child where their fathers are missing. They're very much alive, but they're not present in their children's lives. And I don't understand it. No wonder we're where we are, because we're always busy to do this. We're always pointing finger and we don't understand the meaning of accountability and responsibility. It's like damned if you do and damned if you don't. Because there's no way I can listen to something like that practically telling us we have to join together. NGOs, trade unions, churches, to fix this. And it's not something that's going to be fixed overnight, but it requires a lot of work. Young men and young women being taught the importance of respecting ourselves, respecting each other, men respecting women. And to take that and turn it into politics, it's beyond me. And there's no hope for some of y'all. It's like it's an exercise in futility trying to tell you, okay, this is pink, you're still gonna see it's green, or you're gonna see it's yellow. It's like y'all don't even have an ounce of objectivity or being able to say, you know what, I may support this, I may support black, white, blue, but in this instance, it's not about color, it's not about party, it's about what's happening with our young men and our young women. We real down in the laddie journey, you know, that old green water and old dirty water. Like we've gotten so accustomed to yap, that we don't know what is sincerity. We don't know how to listen to a message that's not laced with aggression or anger or nonsense. Like we just don't know the difference. And it's really, really, I don't know. Good morning, Peter Joseph. Hey, Melvin. What up, bro? I haven't seen you for the past couple mornings. Did your morning, you're late. And I just don't understand it for the life of me. But the message still remains, who have ears to hear, hear, who have eyes to see, see. The message still remains that this is not a political party thing. It's not a color thing. It is a Grenada problem. And like he said, which I was appreciative of, we have to admit that we have a problem. The first part of fixing anything is to admit we have a problem. And as a father, as a man, to admit before the nation that we have a problem when it comes to sexual offenses, to me, says a lot. Because a lot of people love to bury their heads in the sand and pretend that it's not happening. Why? It may not be happening to you, or it may not be happening to an immediate family. So in your world, it's not happening. But like he said, we have a problem, and it requires all man Jack and their brother to get to the root of this problem. And I've been saying this. There's a lot of you who know that your brethren, your friend, your family member is engaged or have some sort of relationship with underage girls, sexual and otherwise. Stop turning a blind eye and call them out. Some of you have girl children yourselves. Those of you who live and know that your sister, your cousin, your auntie, or whatever the case may be, is being sexually abused in some way or the other, and you turn a blind eye, you're just as responsible. Speak up, say something. Like he said, we can't wait until it gets to the police when it's too late, before it even gets there. Once you are aware, say something. Create an environment in your home that your children are comfortable coming to you to tell you. And they know you would not doubt them, but you would take action. And they will not be told they're lying, and oh, you want my man, and you're playing big old man, and you're playing big man, yada yada. They know they can come to you, and you will take some form of action. We can't sit down and point fingers and accept everybody else but you to be responsible for your children. These are your children first and foremost, before anybody else's, before they go into the schools, before they're out in the community. They are your children. All right? So, if you see something, say something. There's just too many cases and incidents of sexual assault, incest, and rape, and it's too much. There's a lot. There is a lot. So we need to say something. And there are some of you who are fully aware they are grown men engaging in sexual activities and otherwise with your children, and because they're probably passing up a couple dollars or whatever, you turn a blind eye as well. Poverty is a hell of a thing. They say to be poor is a crime. You turn your eyes to a lot of things that are happening. And he also mentioned about, the importance of women understanding the need to be independent, being able to take care of yourself. And even before it gets to that, if you know you're not in a position to take care of a child, you should not be making a child or children until you are. We need to stop bringing children into these situations where you are not able to help yourself. You're dealing with a man who can't even help you, but there you are having sex unprotected and bringing child and children into the world with the old adage about child must mind, and then opening yourself, and the cycle continues. The cycle of abuse, physical, sexual, financial, whatever all you can think about. You put yourself in a position where you are vulnerable. It is time that people just started being responsible for themselves and for the direction their lives take. We can't just sit back and think of, oh, it just happened. Knowing your situation, you're not working, you're dealing with a man that's not working, or even if he's working, it's barely enough to take care of himself, but you are sleeping with somebody, having unprotected sex with somebody, getting pregnant for somebody, and then you're complaining a man not minding his child. You didn't meet this man working nowhere to begin with. So there's a lot of things we have to look at. Education, know your cycle, know when it's your safe time, and know when it's not. You can't just sit back and just let things happen. You're not in a position to take care of yourself. Why are you having 2 and 3 and 4, 5 children? You're not in a position to take care of them. No, they become somebody else's burden. No, you're frustrated, you're angry, you're taking out your rage on them, you're beating them, you're doing all sorts of things to them because you can't take care of them. If you can't take care of one, why on earth are you having 2? or 3? What's going to change? You don't need to show evidence of everybody you sleep with. So 3 children, 3 different fathers. None of them stepped up. And here you are, tired, frustrated, and taking out your frustration on these children. There's a lot we need to look at, and we seriously have to take responsibility instead of saying, oh, the prime minister should do this. Prime minister said none of all them have sex unprotected. None. And you know what they say? And it's a true saying. You ever realize that people who have little money and could afford to take care of children, you ever see them with 6 and 7 and 8 and 10 children? Except, what's his name? What's that boy name up the road that have about 13 children? Nick Cannon. Except Nick Cannon. How many people you see that are well off or well to do, you see with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? How come it's only poor people, children, like scrunting, sea trouble, that want to make a whole set of children and not sure how they're going to take care of them? Y'all can get vexed all you want, but I rather sleep good at night knowing I don't have a little mouth to crying in my head that I don't know how I'm feeding, than have 10 of them that I have no control over what's going to happen to their lives. How many rich people with money who could afford to have 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 children, how come they don't? And people who can't afford to just want to get up and just make children. I don't understand that. I don't understand it. At some point, we have to stop and take some sort of decisive action. Okay, this is my life. And you know what's crazy? A lot of the times, and I often think, okay, experience is the greatest teacher. And if you know better, you do better. Imagine coming from a situation, right, where your mother was the same situation, 7 children, different fathers. She had to literally break her back working every day to take care of you. You all saw the problems, you all saw the frustration, you experienced not going to bed without food, you experienced not having your books to go to school, not having a good shoe, you saw the struggle, hand-me-downs, you can't remember ever having a new outfit for yourself. Then how do you get up and do the same thing, knowing what you went through? How do you get up and do the same thing and just continue? So nobody intends to break the cycle. You lived it. You experienced it firsthand. They always say experience is the greatest teacher. But in a lot of your cases, it's not, because you end up doing the same thing. You're in the same position. And even worse now, because at least back then, communities chipped in. You could go by Miss So-and-so, give me some rice, please. Cut some callaloo. Y'all don't even know how to do that. Fast food, everything you have to buy, tin stuff. Y'all not able to turn your hand like your mother did or your grandmother did. Even though it's a cook up some rice and okra and a little bit of saltfish in it, it's a meal. But y'all do the same thing. So we really, really need to have a serious empowerment drive. And that is where I wanted PM to emphasize more on having a serious empowerment drive. But at the end of the day, you could bring a horse to the water, you can't force it to drink. And it's all to do with people's mindset, because you could educate, and you all get nice and feel sweet, and sweetness take over everything. Common sense goes out the door. And then you get up tomorrow, oops, am I pregnant? Call man, well, like your business, call him back. Either he block you or you can't find him again. Just a couple of days before, y'all wasn't whispering sweet nothings in each other's ear. Y'all was love of life, Bonnie and Clyde, Bay, and all sort of nonsense. Soon as you hear a pregnant can't find him. He's gone. So I hope and pray in the coming weeks we'll be able to have some more conversation like these. I'm hoping to get folks some social services in. Neva, I need your help. As Andrea said, more focus needs to be placed in empowering our youth, both girls and boys, and making smarter, more informed decisions, their sexual health and practices. And that is it, basically. All right, so we'll continue where we left off. We're going to continue preaching. It has to fall on some ear. Even if it's one, it has to fall on some ear. Anyways, before I go about my business, it's day 2 of Intercall 2024. Jacqueline, listen, you can talk to me about, I'm looking at it, it's on the TV. Ethan Sam is about to go run. Yeah. So, y'all, you can go back to doing whatever you were doing. Thank you for listening. And like I said, I hope we're going to continue to have the conversation. Who is Sparky Boss? Sparky Boss listening or something? Sparky Boss. I think all I'm confused today. Alrighty. Oh yes, I'll do that. Okay. Who is St. David Catholic Secondary Schools? Joseph Convent St. Andrew. We watch Ethan go. Nah boy. Anyways. So, Lydia, according to scholar, that song don't make no sense because Magagot and Raimi with telescope. Tell them Green Beast and them to will and come again. That ain't Raimi, no way. That ain't make it no sense. Long road for Magagot. How go to Raimi with telescope? Nothing going in telescope. That don't make no sense. Whoever came up with that, tell them will and come again. Yeah, Ethan Sam 11.03. Tyreek is what school is S? Look, Boca, look, Boca plays Torias. Boca really getting out in Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Oh, Boca reach Daniel Mitchell. Look, Boca up for third, 11.40. No big joke. Sonia School really getting out up the road. No, but I'm happy for them though. It'll be nice to see another school win. Another school that is not Mel, Boca was your school? What is yourself talking about? Take your time. Take my time with what you, Mr. Karim. Karim, you never run nothing. You never run a race. You never run a race in GBSS or wherever you went to school. You know what I realize? Morning, Cam. How you do? You know what I realize about all you? The most of all, they making noise, never do nothing in school. Never run a race like Jackie and them. Jackie never run up the exception mark and have the most to say about sports, making the most amount of noise. Oh, Mel, you're a proud student of Boca? Yeah, Boca doing thing up the road, Papa. That is you and Sonia school? Oh, okay. Well, it'll be nice to see some underdogs make a difference. Upset the whole thing because I'm fed up with them green people and them. You swear Jesus died on the cross for them, the way they're behaving. Y'all just you're on what you're staying for. And your leg long like what's someone called me the other day like God horse. And you couldn't run to come down in tongue? You couldn't run to reach in the stadium? You should shame. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for checking in. Thank you so much to Beacon Insurance and Western Union for being here as usual. I'll see you guys. Hey, have respect for St. George's University of Boca. Do I choose? I fed up with all the green people and like all green people just give trouble. It don't matter what and where. They don't know. Bye. Thank you, Ricky. Enjoy your day as well.